Hi everybody, it's Taigo from Treeleaf. And you might wonder what I'm doing with this stick. Am I going to No, not at all. We're not using Kyosaku here, and virtually it will be very difficult. Now I've got in my hands a Kotsu Shippei, which is a stick of Zen teachers. This one actually is quite a very interesting one because it's a Shippei that was carved by and made for the abbot of Sojiji in the 19th century. Well, anyway, why do I have this stick now? It's just to show you something very important, which is about the curve of the actual back. Now imagine this is the head, and this is a natural curve of the back. You see, in order to sit properly, one has to actually have a cushion which open the hips and make it possible to have that natural curve. If you sit without a cushion, the temptation is to have this part here just a bit round and you start to collapse. So the question arose about, do we have to use a cushion? And the answer is yes, even if it's very, very thin. If you sit full lotus, you don't need to be that high. But if you are like me, sitting half lotus, Burmese, then you need a sort of substantial amount of stuff to rise up a bit your body and allow this natural curve to take place. The second thing I wanted to talk about today is about the gaze in Zazen. What do we do with the eyes? Good question. Nothing special, you can't throw them away. You can't take them in. They're there, so you leave them there. But often people ask, do we have to keep our eyes open or closed? Sometimes they want to actually sit with eyes closed, being absorbed in a deep, deep meditation. Now in Zazen, there is neither inside nor outside. So the eye are not glued to the world. They're not open gazing at things, observing, looking, staring. We are not attracted by the outside world because the outside world is actually non-relevant anymore. We are not attracted by the inside world because if you actually close your eyes, you've got these beautiful eyelids of yours and you might observe some funny shapes and things and then thoughts, and you get absorbed in your dreams, in your mental activity. So what is recommended, at least for beginners, and we are all beginners, is to sit with eyes gently open. The gaze is just at about 1 meter ahead, so the eyelids are down, but you're not fixing upon. If you fix upon, you're going to have problem with your vision, and it could trigger sort of patterns and maybe in the long run, if you insist too much, hallucinations. So the idea is to actually have your gaze there, but not fixing anything in particular. This gaze is called the gaze on the distant mountains. It is a gaze that is practiced in many, many martial arts. And if I want to put you in a picture, imagine if you're attacked by somebody with a sword or a knife. Well, if you are fixing the actual knife or sword intensively, you're just very much fixing it, very, very likely develop fear, and it's going to end up in your tummy, in your stomach. If you close your eyes, you're away, can't do anything. So the idea, if you want to grasp the whole situation, is to have that gaze down, where everything moves around you and you are free to move around this everything moving around you without fixing things, without grabbing, without also developing fear. So the gaze of Zazen is a very peaceful gaze. You might move your eyes sometimes, eyelid moves, of course they do, to water your eyes. You might swallow as well your saliva, it's very, very good for you. Doesn't mean that you are fixing your body again. You know, you don't have to. Just allow flexibility to arise. Think up, gaze down. It's very, very simple, very peaceful. Now the point that Jundo developed yesterday is extremely important. You must not think that you got it, that you are perfectly okay. We are all very silly. We are all very foolish. Zazen is not about accepting that you are foolish and staying foolish is okay. Zazen is understanding that this sitting is the actual truth, manifested instantly, immediately. And when you go into your life, you might have to change a few things. Or consider acting not out of the space of the ego, but out of the space of Zazen. When you unfold your life out of the space of Zazen, then things will change in your life and around you. But if you unfold your life out of the space of fear, hope, desire, then the world is getting very, very small, very restricted. And it's a daily struggle. And I experience it too. I am not immune to that struggle. I don't pretend I get it, and you don't. I'm actually increasingly aware of the struggle. So, increasingly aware of the need to take it out of this space and living it alive, totally fluidly in my interaction with the world. That's the meaning of Zazen in action. When you act, breathe, move out of the space of sitting. And then your whole life becomes sitting. But if you just have a pocket of sitting, of peaceful, and then the rest is fight, struggle, and pointless. Actually pointless. The practice is pointless, but this is really silly. Because don't fool yourself. I've known people, I've met people that thought they were absolutely great sitting 4, 5, 6 hours a day. But they were really disgusting in their lives. Pointless. Act out of that space. Allow that generosity. Allow that non-judgmental space to manifest itself and interact with others. Now these are very strong words. I'm sorry to say them. But we mustn't make a confusion here between Shikantaza and a kind of I'm okay thing. Yeah, I'm fine the way I am. It's too easy. The path is very difficult. So trust, energy, allowing, and going into your life and doing your best. And sometimes doing your best will be doing your worst. But that's how it is sometimes. Okay? Thank you for your patience. And if you have any questions or anything, just drop a note and comment and I'll pop in and have a look. Okay? Have a great life. Thank you very much.